welcome to our weekly event, our Yummy Mummy Project event. So excited to see so many of you guys on tonight. It's going to be an epic night tonight. So I guess this is where we get to share what we do and how we do it, and what this is all about with the world, which is very exciting. So my name's Jamie. I've been in the business now for just over 18 months. And I started the business to pay for my products so they didn't come out of our single income. So my goals were very small at the start until I could see what this could actually become for our family. And now life is very, very different for us. I actually have the pleasure of doing my dream job because I want to, not because I have to. So I can work part-time around what I do because I actually love nursing. Not because I have to go and work full-time to support my family. So very, very exciting to be able to do that. And tonight is all about sharing what we do. And we've got an amazing lineup of launches. So all of these guys here are launching their business tonight, which is epic. So without waffling on too much, I'm going to hand you over to Ali. So Ali is going to explain a little bit about our product and our amazing program. So I'll pop you on, Ali, if you want to unmute yourself.
Yep. Hey everyone, I'm Ali and I have the pleasure of talking to you today about our products. If you've never heard of Juice Plus before, it's the most researched nutritional product in the world with 37 clinical studies proving their effectiveness so far and more on the way. My family and I have been on the products now for about a year, and I've had awesome results, and so have the rest of the family. So I'm super passionate about sharing that with everybody. I'll start with our flagship products, which is our fruit, veggies, and berry capsules. Just there. So basically, it's just 30 different fruit, veggies, and berries put into a capsule. Super simple, that's all it is, just fruit, veggies and berries, and you can see the ingredients on the back there. So it's just a food label, nothing else added, all super simple and natural whole foods. So they're literally a way of getting 30 different fruit, veggies and berries into our diet every single day. And you may be aware that the government recommends that we get 2 serves of fruit and 5 serves of veggies into us every day. But research actually says that we need 9 to 12 serves every day. There's lots of different reasons behind this, but one of them is because the soil has been depleted of nutrients over time. And so the amount of nutrients that are in our produce has actually reduced. Often our produce is also genetically modified, and they do that so that the produce is resilient and can resist being sprayed all over with all those herbicides and pesticides, which we obviously don't want to put into ourselves. Whereas comparatively, Juice Plus is grown on purpose-built farms. They don't use any herbicides or pesticides, and there's no genetic modification as well. They're also picked at the peak of ripeness, so when the birds are ready to eat them because they're full of the nutrients. And then they're washed and pulped, and they're pulped so that they retain all the fibre that's in the skin and the pith, things that we don't usually eat. And if we just juice them rather than pulp them, then we're not getting that fibre. And then they're just dried at a low temperature to retain all that enzyme activity, make sure it's all still living and all the good stuff still in there, and then put into a vegan capsule. So it's just a way of making sure that all that produce is full of the peak nutrients that you could possibly get. So one way of thinking about it is to think about how you would feel if you had a green juice every single day full of 30 different fruit, veggies and berries, and you'd feel pretty awesome. I know I do. So yeah, I love that Juice Plus is not a fad. It's just a way of getting more fruit and veggies into you every single day. So next we have the omega capsules, and omegas are basically, they're called essential fatty acids, and the reason they're called that is because we can't obtain these fatty acids from we can't make them ourselves in our body. You have to obtain them from your diet. So everyone sort of knows usually that you can get those fatty acids from fish oil or from eating fatty fish. But for lots of reasons, some of us can't have that. So if we're vegetarian or vegan, if we're allergic to seafood, if we don't like the fact that that the seas are being overfished and thousands, hundreds of thousands of whales and dolphins are dying every year because of the way that we're fishing, and that unsustainability of that, then this is another option. So basically we skip the fish and we go straight to the source of where the fish get their omegas from, which is the algae. And we also get it from sea buckthorn, raspberry seeds, chia seeds, and that gives us a really broad array of omegas, which is really, really good for our body. Omegas are used in every single cell in our body. So it's great for your hair, skin, cardiovascular system, any inflammation and joints and stuff like that. So it's another thing that is amazing and such a great product to have on board as well. And then lastly, or not lastly, sorry, we've got our complete powders. So this is basically the macronutrients that we need in our body, whereas all the capsules, they're all our micronutrients. So this is the, the carbs, the fat, the protein, everything else that we need. It's all plant-based, like all of our products, they're all vegan, made from plants, so lots easier for your body to digest than the whey proteins that you can see as well. It's really, really easy on your digestive system. There's no nutritional fillers, so you won't find anything in the product that isn't there for a reason. It's it's just literally fruit, veggies, and yummy stuff. So even the sweeteners are all natural. So there's no artificial colours, flavours, sweeteners, preservatives, or anything like that. And it's really awesome that everything in here is in there for a reason. So you've got your vitamin B12 from the mushrooms, I think it is, and lots of things that you just wouldn't normally get into your diet. So it's another way of getting great fruit and veggies into there as well. I love to have them every morning for my breakfast. I just make a yummy smoothie out of it, and my toddler loves it too. You can also use it before or after a workout or as a yummy snack. It's super safe for breastfeeding and pregnant people, and anyone can have it. It's super delicious as well. And just lastly, I forgot to mention, we also have the kids gummies. So these are the same as our fruit and vegetable capsules, but just in a chewable form. And I absolutely love these ones. This is actually what got me started. I gave them to my toddler because he wouldn't eat any fruit or veggies. And now he's picking up veggies off the shelf in the supermarket, and I have to go and buy them because he'd taken a bite off them. So they've absolutely changed our lives, and I love them. They taste like lollies, and kids love them too. You can get them for free with your capsule order for kids aged between 4 and 18 years. And I'll just quickly mention our awesome program as well. So any of our customers also have access to our Juicy Body Transformation program, which was designed by Kira Westwick from MasterChef. It's all designed to be about eating real whole foods and eating less packaged and processed food. It's super simple. Everything's really delicious and also really healthy because she's made it in with a panel of nutritionists as well. And the whole family can eat it. It's super safe for everyone. There's no calorie restrictions, no calorie counting, no restrictions of any kind. You can easily make it vegetarian or vegan, gluten-free, anything you need. It's super simple to just substitute anything in as well. So there's also the shred leg of that program, which helps people to lose weight if that's what they're after. And that's an 8-week challenge. Basically after that you just move on back to the regular program, and it's super sustainable. There's none of that yo-yo dieting like with many of the other programs that are available as well. So that's all I had to say today, and I'm just going to pass you on to the next person who's going to tell you a little bit about how they've helped them, the products have helped them.
Okay, thanks, Ali. That was really well explained, and I really enjoyed listening to that. My name is Tracy, and I'm going to go through a little bit of my story tonight about how I got onto these products and what they've done for me. I got on the products about 15 months ago now, but my story actually starts 4 years ago, when I had to have 2 major surgeries within 8 months of one another. The first one was an emergency hysterectomy because I had severe polycystic ovarian syndrome, and having that hysterectomy put me into an early onset menopause. So I was put on HRT and antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication to help deal with the struggles of the menopause being so early in my life. And 8 months later, I actually had weight loss surgery as well. So I was morbidly obese, very, very sick, borderline diabetic. I had extremely high blood pressure. Heart disease runs in my family. So it was basically a necessity for me to have to do something. And I had literally tried every single diet known to man to try and lose weight, but it was just a constant yo-yo. So I went ahead and I had the surgery done. But there's something that the dietitians and the surgeons don't tell you when you have this kind of surgery. I actually had 85% of my stomach removed, which does actually mean that I will only be able to eat the amount of a 2 to a 3-year-old child. So as an adult, I don't get enough nutrients in my body to sustain a healthy life. Because of all of that, I became extremely ill. I couldn't eat enough to sustain my body. My hair fell out. Literally, I had bald patches in my hair. My skin was so dry. I had crevices which would crack and bleed. That would be on my hands, my feet, my elbows, my knees were horrible in particular. My nail beds were so fine that even just putting water on my hands would hurt my hands. They were so sore. My brain didn't work properly anymore either. It got to the stage where if I was holding something in my hand, it could be an apple, I would know in my mind it was an apple, but the function to sort of get from my mind to my mouth wasn't working, so that the words wouldn't come out. My keys would end up in the freezer. My milk would end up in the oven. It was just all sorts of horrible things. And I was extremely weak as well. So fast forward to 15 months ago, I was at such a low point that I was on the verge of being hospitalised because I was so sick. And there wasn't very much hope that I would come out of that hospitalisation at all. So I found an ad on Facebook. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. I was basically resigned to the fact that this was it. And I just decided, well, hey, I'm going to give this a go, because if I can at least have good hair in my coffin, well, that's going to be a good thing. So I answered the ad, the first one I'd ever answered on Facebook, and I literally wanted every single piece of information that could be given to me, which was given. Most of the times you ask for information and you get brushed aside, but I was given everything that I needed to know. I started on the products, and 15 months later, I am basically the healthiest I've ever been in my entire life. I no longer need menopausal medication. I no longer need antidepressants. I no longer need painkillers for migraines or joint inflammation. I'm off any form of pharmaceutical that I was ever on, and life is just getting better by the day. And I know that even though I'm at 80% health now, and it's taken me 15 months to get here, that, you know, the next, I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm going to be the best version of myself that I can be. And it's all due to these products and the community that's involved as well, because that's amazing too. So I'm looking forward to my future, which I didn't think I was going to have. And yeah, that's it from me. So I'm going to pass on to Rachel, who's going to go into the business side of our products.
Thanks, Tracy. I really appreciate it. Your story's fantastic. I love listening to it.
Thank you.
So yeah, you know, as Tracy said, my name's Rachel. I have been in this business now for a little bit over 12 months. And, you know, my background before joining this business and having my children was actually a corporate background. I started, and I'm just going to use this little graph here to show you, I guess, a little bit of how I started, and use my story as an example. So when I was 19, I got my first job, and that was an administration role. I basically came into this job as the office administration assistant, basically just doing all the grunt work here at the bottom. I stayed at that job for 5 years. So I was able to get, a few promotions. I was promoted to administration coordinator, and then I was doing some accounts and sales and marketing and whatnot. But it was really hard for me to sort of get to that point in 5 years. I was sort of stepping over people, and we were a smaller family business. So for me, it was really hard to sort of get to those promotions that are high up here, CEO or whatnot. To get to that position, you're going to have to be working a lot of hours for not very much pay, not a lot of extra time, overtime, and, never seeing your family, I guess. So, this was something that really attracted me to this business, the fact that our structure is completely different, whereas we're sort of more of a square rather than a triangle. So everybody comes into this business as a virtual franchisee down here at the bottom, and we all have the support of our mentors to get us off the ground, get us start going, and we can promote through these levels pretty quickly. To get to this second promotion normally takes about a month, just over a month. So it just can happen really quickly. We're all supporting each other. We rise by lifting others, which is amazing. You're not stepping over the top of people to try and get promotions. We're all working together as a team. As you can see tonight, we're all a great team of friends, and we all really look after each other. And the greatest thing about this is our top position here at the top, National Marketing Director. We can all get there. We're not treading over each other to try and get to this tiny little position here where there's only one. There's unlimited positions here at the top, which is absolutely amazing and something that I really loved because, I'm a mum, I'm at home, I have absolutely zero chance of being able to do this. But I've got a lot more chance of being able to do this. So, that's really exciting for me, and it's something that gets me excited about this business. So that's all from me, and I'm going to pass you over to the beautiful Millie, who's going to explain a little bit more about how we grow our teams.
Thanks, Rach. Always love your explanation. So I'm going to chat to you a little bit about how we grow our business, and there's a bit of a misconception that in this business you need to know heaps of people, which you don't. It's an added bonus if you do, but if you don't, that's cool. So basically it starts off a little bit like this. So we come into the business as a virtual franchisee, and we utilize either social media or face-to-face, or even just sharing your journey on your page. And by doing that, we inspire a couple of people maybe, or maybe you have hundreds of people that wanted to try your product, and so they buy their products off you. Then, for instance, with my journey, I was posting online into a couple of groups because I'm from Canberra. I'm from Melbourne, and I've been living in Canberra now for 6 years. I didn't have a huge warm market because I don't know a lot of people up here. So I posted onto social media, and I managed to find 3 girls, one in Melbourne, one in Sydney, and another one in Melbourne as well. So basically from those 3 people who I didn't actually know in person, I just knew them from online, I built a beautiful relationship with them, and I've helped them basically find more people, and they've introduced people into their businesses, and they've got a couple of customers here and there. And my other beautiful girl from Sydney, or Melbourne, sorry, she's introduced someone else, and they've introduced someone else. And as you can see, just simply by knowing 3 people, we get this crazy looking popcorn effect, and it basically just explodes. So as you can see from this picture, you don't actually need to know a lot of people. Ooh, they're my dogs. So on that note, I am going to pass you on to Ashley, who's going to chat to you about the 3 ways that we get paid.
Hi everyone, thank you for passing on to me, Millie. That was an awesome explanation of how we can grow our business. So a little bit about me. I was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, and I became very ill, and me and my partner decided that I wouldn't work for about 4 months to get my health back into shape. And little did I know that was going to all these doctor's appointments, and that we would find out that I was 5 months pregnant instead. So I couldn't go back to work because, one, I couldn't commit to the 60 to 80 hours of doing my chef job in hospitality, and it just wasn't going to be for me. Like, I couldn't commit to such a short amount of time, probably like 3 months of working. So that wasn't for me. And then I said, I'm going to find something else. And I landed upon this amazing business opportunity and all these beautiful, empowering women. So that's just a little bit about me. I'm here to explain to you all about how we get paid. So we actually get paid 3 ways instead of 1, which is always a bonus in my eyes. So how we actually get paid is our retail profit. So we actually introduce our customers to the product, and the company rewards us for that. So we don't stock handle, we just purely share and advertise the products as we take them. And we talk to people that are interested in trying something like we do. We put through our orders on our virtual office, and the company ships and packs and distributes our products for our customers. So it's very easy, no handling of products at your house, having stacks of stock in your back bedroom or something, so none of that. And so we get paid a retail portion of that purchase. The second one is our commissions. So that's a percentage of how our business grows. It's also residual income, and it's also our beach money. That's what we like to call it anyway. And the third way we get paid, which is actually our bonuses, and I like to say that's our fun money, and these can range from $100 to $3,000, beyond and beyond, depending on which promotion you're going for. So one of the first amazing bonuses you can actually achieve is our $400 bonus. And not only that, when you teach someone else to get that bonus, you actually get rewarded for teaching that person. So you both get a bonus, and that's simply for helping another person. So that's pretty awesome. You get paid for helping other people. We are in a business which is like unlimited earning potential, and I know that I've actually never received a bonus until I got into this business. So I'm very grateful, and it's quite satisfying when you see and you actually feel appreciated for the work that you're doing. So I guess that's a bonus in its own form. So thank you for listening, and I'll be passing you back to our lovely Jamie, who's going to be introducing our launches for tonight. Thank you
so much. That was an awesome share. Now, I'm not quite sure how to put my face back on here, but I'm sure you can see me. So tonight is really exciting for us because we've got so many people launching their businesses that this just goes to show how many amazing people we are helping to help themselves and their family to build a better life and have more freedom and less financial stress and more freedom and options. So tonight we have Kaina, Tanya, Shan, April, Pay, Dana, Emily, Haley, Chari, Jacqueline, Demi, Amy, Tabitha, Amanda, Erin, Steph, Megan, Ashley, Fiona, and Rosie. That is amazing. So well done to all you superstars for launching your amazing business. I'm actually going to just pop Shan.
Hi.
Hi. Very exciting to have you on. Congratulations on launching your business. So
Thank
just
you
to ask you a couple of questions. What got you interested in starting an online business, and what are you hoping for in the future?
So I was actually attracted to the business because the products were just really simple to understand and also backed by science. So that was really reassuring for me. I was actually on the products for 2 weeks before I actually said yes. And that was purely because I started noticing the changes in my own health. I was feeling a lot more energetic and craving less sweets, which is really good because if anyone that knows me knows I love my sweets. I also was attracted by the fact that I could do this from home while caring for my youngest of 4 kids and just contribute to the household in our financial goals of becoming debt-free. Now that I'm in the business, I'm loving that I get to help make a positive impact on the lives of others. and just hearing their little successes as well. That's really rewarding for me. I like helping them, helping to educate them on how to incorporate more whole foods into their diets, and yeah, just seeing their lives improve overall. One other thing I really enjoy about being in this business is the supportive team. Everyone is there to cheer you along, and we also get mentored by some amazing leaders within the business. So yeah, that's just a bit about what attracted me and what I'm loving so far, and I'm just really looking forward to what the future has in store for me. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you so much for sharing, Sian. That was amazing. Thanks everyone for jumping on tonight. It's been an amazing event. It's so good to see so many of your beautiful faces on here, and what an absolute pleasure and privilege to work with some amazing people. We've had nearly 80 people on this event tonight, and you know, thank you very, very much to all of the guests that have jumped on tonight to see our event. Thank you for your support and for supporting all of the team that are on here. If our products or our program appeal to you, please get in touch with the person that invited you. And certainly if the business opportunity and the additional stream of income that we are able to create from home, working around our already crazy busy lives, please get in touch with those people who invited you as well, because it certainly is something that can really change your future and work around a life of your dreams, not someone else's. So thank you all very, very much for jumping on board tonight, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks very much. Night.
Thank you.
Bye.